everybody. Oh, good. My remote control works. How is everybody? I want to say a happy Sunday to everybody. It is Sunday. Have a very blessed one. It was a nice day. I put the air on in here because it seems like it was like real stuffy now. It's humidity. So I went now from 84 in here down to 82. So that's pretty cool. It'll probably be like 79 by about 9 o'clock tonight, and that's good. That's when I shut it off. I don't leave it on all night. Anyhow, a lot of Disney things going on. As I stated to you on my last video, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Disneyland, I did look it up, and I posted the article on the last, in my last comments there. They wouldn't let me pin it at that point, and I don't know why, but I posted it in the comment section that they do take cash, Disneyland. So I'm thinking, you know, we really do need that opportunity to still take cash. I mean, it's just ridiculous. If I don't want to use my credit card, I'm not going to use it. That's just how it is. Now, Disney better wise up, because let me tell you something. People like me, I'm sure I'm not the only one, because if I don't want to use my credit card, I'm sure there's other people that don't want to use their credit card. I don't want that bill hanging on my head for that. I don't want to come back here from vacation and wind up with $2,000 worth of charges because they just didn't take my cash. It's ridiculous. Okay, now that I just got that out of the way, so I'm taking that Disney World still takes cash too. I didn't look that up yet, but I will. All right, let's get off that subject. I have been watching certain YouTube channels and certain vloggers that I watch. Now, I seem to have, you guys notice that I've been speaking a lot about the Disney issues and everything. It's because it intrigues me. It really does. The thing with this is that I have, since in my heart, I've categorized certain subjects to where if I speak about them, but they're not, they're the same subject. They're not even the same subjects. They are different topics for the same subject, for the same company, which is Disney. But I do different topics, okay? Now, I seem to have been glued to the information for the stock markets for a long time right now, for the past few months, okay? Now, I was on WDWNT, Walt Disney World News Today, which is on their Facebook page. They have Facebook, they have Instagram, they have Twitter, and then, of course, they have their YouTube channel, okay? And that's all cute. I don't know who's running the Facebook page, but I don't know. I made my complaints, and I have no idea. I don't want to sound like a chronic complainer, but I posted something the other day because WDWNT posted on their on their Facebook page about the stocks. Now, this was, I believe, on Thursday. Today's Sunday. So the thing is that I said one line, and what I said was, good, this is great news. I'm glad to hear it. This is great news. Okay. I got stepped on for that. That started a whole wave. Now, somebody else also below posted on their own underneath the posting of what WDWNT posted. They wrote the word good, but they didn't get slandered. I did. Okay. So there seems to be some idiots out there. Okay. And again, you're entitled to your own opinion, but I wasn't talking to you people. I was talking to the post itself. I wrote my comment under the post itself. That does not give anybody the right to come on your, to come on your comment and then start on with you. Okay. So I've screenshotted everything. I says, listen, this is now harassment. You need to back off. You just need to back off. Okay. See, I couldn't do that. So I'm a little bit more taking the high road. You really need to back off. Okay. So that's what sparked a whole other thing. But what I said on that, I'm going to prove to you is I'm not the only one that thinks what should happen. I'm going to tell you right now, the stocks right now, they ended, I think it ended today because this video was posted, but they ended at 82 point something. Now, I already explained to you about a YouTube vlogger that let his stocks go. He sold them. He got rid of them. Okay? And rightfully so. This gentleman will explain this the way I can't explain it. He has been a stockholder for the past 15 years. okay? He's not going to get rid of his stocks, but he tells you why, how, and what should happen, and what the outcome should be if it needs to happen. Something needs to happen. He's going to suggest what needs to happen. When I heard this video this morning, I was jumping up and down for joy, because when I said on that WDWNT post, I says, good, this is good news. Now, nobody asked me, why do you think this is good news? You know, could you explain? Nobody said that to me. See, because everybody's real tough behind a keyboard, okay? Because they can't face you, so they can't do that. So then I just, you know, after a while, it was getting annoying. And then I says, you know, let me shoot this over to WDWNT and let me complain, put in my complaint. I sent my screenshots. And I don't know if those people disappeared. But for some reason, I think that post is still up. Now, I don't know who's running that Facebook page. Doesn't seem like the usual team. I guess they have different teams that run the different pages, like the social media pages. I think they have their own team of people that just run that. And I don't know whether you guys are teenagers or not, but you need to be more adult on how you handle people that are being harassed on a social media page, okay? Because like, not for nothing, I could have did a lot of damage, but I am not the same person that I was 10 years ago, okay? I take the high road on things. I try to be a little bit more respectable of myself, not only of everybody else, because I got no respect for them either, but I have respect for myself on how I see fit, okay? So that's it. That's what I said on WDWNT, the one line, good, I'm glad, this is great news. Now, nobody asked me why I said it. Okay? Now, also, as somebody else was also a little bit perturbed, and I have no idea why, because on my Facebook page, which I told you, I keep my lives separate from the things that I do, and I have certain subjects. So my Facebook page is my personal page. Right now, my profile pic is the banning of Disney Plus. I have the Disney Plus logo with the red line going through. So this seemed to have sparked. So I guess they got bored with what I said. So now they're going to start, oh, it says here on WDWNT, you're a top fan. Well, how come if you're a top fan, you have that Disney Plus thing? That's because that's my business. That's my business. You know, if you're going to nitpick things, see, they started poking it at that point with a stick. I said, you know what? Either you got to go, or it's not my problem. You must be having a bad day. Anyway, so I'm going to leave that one alone. But the reason why I said what I said, and I've been saying this for months, you guys heard it. I'm going to say it before I run this video. The Disney stocks. Disney needs to hit rock bottom in order to make any changes to anything. They need to go downhill to make anything else happen. Okay? Just keep that in mind. And I says to my husband, I says, listen, I know we're going on the trip next year and everything, you know. Again, it is not that I don't like Disney. Don't get this twisted. I don't like the way the company is handling anything. That's all that I'm saying. But I'm not going to be a sucker to buy anything. I'm not going to be a sucker to buy merchandise. I'm not going to be a sucker to do the Disney Plus thing. I'm not going to do it. It's those little things. Well, after you hear this gentleman, who I've never heard of before, but he is also on the show. He was live on the show that I watch, which is WDW Pro. Okay? They are very informative. They get the news out. This is the underlying problems with this company. Okay? They go to the source. This is why I am very intrigued by this. All right? I may even leave the link in my comment box. So I'm going to play this. I want you to hear this. I know I got to play it at a high volume. I may have to stop this from time to time.
Disney investor, and people...
He is a Disney investor, by the way, for 15 years. He is a stockholder. Okay? Just want to point that out. Now I'm going to leave it to you.
all the time why I still hold their stock. Well, first of all, my basis is pretty low. I've been a Disney stockholder for 15 years, since way back when. Now, I do got to tell you, though, is that with the additional stock that I bought and other, short positions I've taken, I am below water. And I want to be real clear. People say, like, why do you still hold on to all your Disney stock? Because it's not like, I've got a chunk of shares. Not a big chunk, but a pretty good chunk. And, frankly, the people ask me, Mikey, why do you hold on to the stock and why are you rooting for this company to fail? You know what I'm really rooting for? I'm rooting for this company to be fixed and safe. I want to be there, the shareholder that was with them through thick and thin. Now, do I subscribe to Disney Plus? No. Do I go to any Disney movies? No. They are not going to get $1 of my revenues. The dollars that I have with Disney are already in their stock that I bought way back, yonder.
There you go.
There's one simple vision.
Okay. Right now there has to be a friggin' commercial. But do you get what he is saying? In other words, he's not doing the little things. He's not buying any merchandise. He doesn't go to see the movies. He doesn't have Disney Plus. He doesn't do that because he figures that he put money into this company for the past 15 years. Okay? He's keeping it that way. But at the same time, he said it. They need to go down. They need to go. He's rooting for them to go downhill, which is what I've been telling you. I've been telling you this. They have to hit rock bottom. Period. All right, let me just play this now because this thing is like getting on my nerves. Okay, now they want me to skip the ad. I don't know why they put this in now.
I bought another share anytime recently. All that being said is that I like being an investor. I like being able to get some of the disclosures. I like being able to get, when they invite you on. And frankly, I am going to try to get on that investor call next year. I tried this year and I didn't get on, but I'm going to try for sure this next year. I'm going to try to be one of those people that calls in. But I want this company to get fixed. I've said for 2 years that if this company's ever going to get fixed, we have to get them where it counts. And the way to get them where it counts is we siphon off their park revenues. We siphon off their movie revenue. We make them lose money.
Woo!
We let them not sell merchandise. We do not reward any of their behavior. Their stock price drops so that then all of the greed that has fueled all this crap, the greed that Bob Iger had, because why did Bob do what he did? Bob did this because he wants that Netflix stock price that he saw go to $100, $200, $300,
Yeah.
$400 a share. That's what Bob wants. We have to take that stock price away from Bob and bring Disney back to the people whose hearts and minds built this company, which is us, to families, the grandparents, the great-grandparents, the parents, us as parents and our kids who over the years gave this company the great value that it has. We have to break the stock price, bring it all the way down, and crack this company in half so that Bob feels it in the stock options and the investors that are all endorsing this crap that the board is doing, that they feel it in their pocketbook, because they're not going to feel it when a movie loses 50, 20, or $100 million. Right. They're going to feel it when they watch their also pretty little stock options crack in half. And when Bob has to this January decide, hey, am I going to give my biggest competitor Comcast 15% of my company? Bad idea.
Same.
Am I going to go borrow money right now to buy Hulu at the highest rates that interest has been in 2 or 3 decades? Bad idea.
Right.
Or am I going to scrabble together some cash out of the couches, which guess what? There isn't enough. Also a bad idea. So, today is a day for celebration, my friends. I submit that this is a celebration because if ever there was a day where the stock market would validate what we've been saying on this channel and on others for a long time, that this is the day where we can make sure that Disney feels the pinch of that oh so familiar catchphrase, go woke, go broke.
I don't get it.
Woof! Yes, I knew I was on the right path. I knew I was on the right path, okay? Now, see, I don't know the silly little people from WDWNT, but see, those are the young folks and those are the ones that don't see past anything. Those are the ones that wear the Mickey glasses. Those were exactly ones. So they don't really care about this. They should start caring, because I says to my husband, I says, I know we're going next year and everything, but be prepared because of the way things are happening now, that is going to This is going to be bouncing off of our next trip, believe it or not. Everybody should be aware. If you guys got an upcoming trip and everything, be aware, because they are losing out. They are losing. But this is what people want. People want the stocks to go out. People don't want you to go to the parks, and they don't want you to buy none. That's what he said. That's what he said. It is, when I heard this, I was jumping for joy, because I've been saying it, but it feels so good to hear somebody else that I don't even know. I've never heard of him before. I just seen him. So that's exactly what I did. And I wrote right here under the thing, and I'm going to tell you what I wrote. I want to congratulate you, and I'm not giving you his name. I have never met or heard of you until watching this channel. This may sound silly, but you brought tears to my eyes, and he really did. I have been saying this for a long time. I do not own any stock whatsoever, but it brings me joy to know someone else shares my same views. And my views are for Disney. They need to hit rock bottom. This is what I've been saying. Thank you, and hello from New York City. Great video to you all. That's what I said. Okay? It is such a joy to hear something like that. Such a joy. And it needs to happen. It needs to happen.
Parents, us as parents and our kids, who, frankly, I am going to try to get on that investor call next, people that calls in. But I want this company to get fixed. I've said for 2 years that if this company's ever going to get fixed, we have to get them where it counts. And the way to get them where it counts is we siphon off their park revenues, we siphon off their movie revenues, we make them lose money, we let them not sell merchandise, we do not reward any of their behavior. Their stock price drops, so that then all of the greed that has fueled all this crap, the greed that Bob Iger, because why did Bob do what he did? Bob did this because he wants that Netflix stock price of
That's
that
why.
he saw go to 100, 200, 300, 400.
And people know that because the stocks are going up, then Bob gets what he wants. This is what the whole point is. They don't want, this person alone doesn't want Bob to get what he wants. You need to fail. You need to start from the bottom up. I love this. This to me was awesome. Whoever this person is, God bless you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you all for letting me share that with you. And you know, I mean, it makes me feel like whatever happened on the other board, I knew I was right. This is why I was happy. I was saying it. I love proving myself. I just do. The information is in front of you. Whether or not you want to see it is totally up to you. But again, just because you may not have stock, but it's not just the stock that he's talking about. It's talking about going to the parks. It's talking about buying the little crappy merchandise they have. This is what he's talking. He says you can't do this. It needs to stop in order for them to realize. Whew. And I don't do this. I don't do that little, I don't do that, but I just felt the need to, because I started building up again. So again, I thank you so much for watching. I thank you so much for hanging out with me. I thought this was a great way to end the evening. At least for me it is. I still have to do a few things here, but I just wanted to get that point across. I just feel great. I'm not the only one who knows. I'm not the only one who senses it, even though I'm not a stockholder. Doesn't matter. So they're also mentioning on this video as well, they're also mentioning that that you may just, right now it stopped at 82 and change for the stocks. But there is a thing, and they say this later on in the video, that apparently like maybe the start of this week or sometime in the middle of next week, which we're only a day into next week anyway, tomorrow's Monday. Within the next few days, you may just actually see the stocks drop down into the 70s. So you're 82 now. Who's to say they're not going to drop down to 79 this year? Okay? And then for the other YouTube vlogger who let his stocks go, I don't even want to mention his name, but that information was sent to me. And they says, Maureen, you should check this out. And I said, but I don't follow the person. You just don't have to, just watch. And he let his stocks go. He got rid of them. He did a good thing. He did a good thing. I got rid of Disney Plus. I did a good thing. I did a good thing. We all have to do something for ourselves. I feel like we can all contribute something to this cause. But in a way, see, it may sound and it may seem and it may look like right now it's like rotten to do, but you know what? We have to do what we have to do for ourselves. We cannot go down with this ship. We can't do this. This ain't the Titanic. We are not going down with this. Okay? You have to fight for it. And that's by doing what we're doing. You know what it is? I'm going to tell you what it is. It's kind of like a tough love. You know how, like a child, you want to give your child the rules and your child is fighting against you or doing something mean or something, and you feel like you got to play like the mean cop, but at the same time you're doing it because you love the person, and it may seem like rotten at the time, but that's called tough love. Tough love. That's what it is. Let's see if we can do that. Tough Disney love. Disney tough love. There you go. That's what I feel that this man is also saying. So I just made that up. So, but that's what I'm going to call it. Okay. So the child right now is not behaving properly. You know it hurts in your heart that you have to do what you have to do, but in the end, it may just be good enough for them and you. And you know that you have to fight for something. So you're giving that tough love. There it is. All right. We got to think about that, folks. And again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. God bless you all. This was a great way to end this. I'm glad of this video. I really am. I'm very proud of this video. All right, people. Let me know your views in your comments down below. I may just leave this because there's a bigger conversation with this. But this right here was like the clincher for me. This was like the clincher. Absolutely. All right. Take care, everybody. Love to all. I will see you soon. Tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow's Happy Monday. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.